Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I will be showing you 3 new journals that I've been working on. I actually went and visited my friend Michelle. Hi Michelle. And she gathered so much stuff for us to make some Halloween journals. And we made these three little golden book journals, and then we also made 4 little candy box journals. If you haven't seen my candy box journals series, I did Halloween ones last year as well as Christmas, and I'll try and link those videos down below. So yeah, today we'll just be showing you the little golden book ones. There are 2 of the Nightmare Before Christmas and then the Haunted Mansion book, and these are just adorable. I loved both of the movies, and of course the ride is just awesome at Disneyland. So if you enjoy all of this, the movie or the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland, you're going to love these books. And so yeah, we're going to get right into it, and I will just do flip throughs. I won't have any process videos on these, but there might be some shorts. I may have already had some shorts out by now, I'm not sure. And these will all be listed in my Etsy shop. They may or may not be still available. They might have sold out by the time this video will be going out, probably actually I'm going to be releasing this video on the same day that they will be listed, or a day before, so you might have a chance of getting them. If not, hopefully this just gives you inspiration for making a little golden book junk journal. I do have a playlist of how to make a little golden book junk journal. I've done it a couple different times with different little golden books. So if you want to see what my process is on how to make them, then I will just, go ahead and check the link out for down below for it. So yeah, let's get into this. So I'm going to start with the Haunted Mansion one. It is super cute. I was using that as a prop, trying to keep from you having the glare on the top. So we'll start with the Haunted Mansion, and this is just adorable. I had never seen this little golden book before my friend Michelle found them, So on this one, this is a 4 signature. The other ones are 2 signatures, but I think they have a lot. They both have a lot of pages, and I stuffed them full of vintage and newer ephemera for both of them. They both have a charm dangle and a really fun tassel. So here is the tassel and the charm dangle. This one has wood and glass and plastic beads on it. There are the mansion and the ghost little beads at the bottom, and then all the fun colors there. And then just a bunch of fun fabrics and ribbons. There's this really fun ghost ribbon. I did this gingham pattern on the spine, and then the back has this. I did use this on my Wednesday journal. That's the same fabric. This has an attached ribbon tie. There's rickrack on the spine, or on the front cover and the back. Oh, I did make, oh, that's a bummer. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo this one. So I made a little short tutorial on how to make this popcorn. It's a tag out of a popcorn box from the Dollar Tree. So yeah, but I will have to fix that. I used a chalk marker, and I guess that's not going to stay on. I thought usually the chalk anyway, I'll have to fix that, but it's supposed to say boo. Really cute. So go ahead and check that little tutorial out. So that's in the front, and I'm going to leave that out so I can fix it. All right. So this has a variety of papers, and some of them she found on Amazon, and I'll try and find them. There's also Haunted Mansion stickers that she found on Amazon. And then we also used papers that were from Echo Park. So I'll try and find them. This is a vintage Yahtzee score card. I sewed a ruffle on the side there. There's a belly band, and then this is just a little invitation card I found at the bins. Super fun book, and the illustrations. This book is from 2021, so it's not vintage at all, but just really cute. This is a vintage Betty Crocker recipe card book for a Spooks and Goblins party. Really cute. And then this is some paper that I made with my gel press. On the side there is a card that Michelle had found. It was like a 3D card that opened, and we took it apart and used parts of it throughout our book. So this was part of it. It was like a mansion card, really cute. And then here is an altered paint chip card. I altered it with some stamping. I used my stencil there. Well, Michelle had a bat stencil. I also have a different bat stencil that I used in here. And then there's lots of different washi tapes. Here is another paint chip card that I stamped a spider on. And then Michelle had this really cool spider web stamp that I used on an envelope. There are other book pages from different Halloween books that she had. So that's what that is. And then this is a card that she found. Really, really cool. I love black and purple. That's like, purple is my favorite color, so yeah. And then this is a vintage trick-or-treat bag, and I altered a bingo card to go in there. She found a Haunted Mansion coloring book, so there are pages of that in here. And then this is another Halloween book page. And that is the Haunted Mansion coloring book page. And on the other side of the card, this is the inside, and then on this side I just covered it up and made a pocket page, and then this is some ephemera that she printed out. So there's printed digital ephemera as well as real vintage ephemera in here. Over here are some purple and black tickets. So cool. This is vintage Monopoly chance cards, or just one card actually. There are 3 altered paper clips in here. And then here is another, oh, this is upside down. It's another sticker from Haunted Mansion. It says Gracie Manor Ghost Tours on it. And then there is that paper that I made with my gel press. It turned out really cool. Here's a belly band, and I put in one of my vintage Halloween napkins. I didn't get anything put in these spots, but there's lots of stuff in here. Okay, this is a playing card that I altered. It was this was a piece from that dimensional card, and so I just made it a little tuck and stuck in some tickets and added ribbon and the fuzzy yarn up there, or yeah, trim, or eyelash trim, I guess. Here is a fun pocket that I made a short showing you how to do that. I forgot I had made these videos for these items. So this is a long envelope, and I folded it in half. And actually I didn't do a video on this. It's not real hard, but I think I just showed it in a video. So it's folded in half. I glued this back part of the envelope on 3 sides there. So this is a pocket here. There's an inside pocket there. And then down here is a belly band. And this is a paint chip, another paint chip card. I just added the sticker and covered it on the back. So that flips out. There is some Monopoly money in here, orange, and then there is this really cute little flash card. The ghost. This is some background paper that I made with my distress inks. I just sprayed them. There's a little felt bat up there. Here is another Halloween book page. Added ribbon on the side there, and then I stenciled some little spiders on the side. This is a vintage, it's like note music writing paper, little tiny lines. So I just added another piece from that card and then stuck in this bingo card. I added a pocket with some paper and then just made this tag with some paper that Michelle had. And this was, I made some die cuts using the Coloring Book AI website that I did a video on recently. So if you're interested in creating some die cuts like this, I'll put the link for that down below. It's pretty easy and the website's easy and you can use it. They have free version and then they have a paid, like different, you know, paid versions. So anyway, it's pretty fun. And continuing on here, this is another coloring book page. Sticker there and some ledger paper. Here's another section of that card. And Michelle made this envelope with a napkin that she found. I think she said she found these napkins at the Dollar Tree, which are pretty cool. Oh no, that was another, this was a different napkin. She found another napkin. I think it's probably in here that was from the Dollar Tree. And then here's another tag. This was another die cut that I made with the Coloring Book app. And they do have an app. They haven't made an app for an Android phone yet, which is what I have, so I just used the website on my laptop. Okay, over here is a little ghost die cut. This I found in my scrapbook stash. This is the end of this first signature, so I have this really fun paper here that has skeletons and some mansion or haunted house paper in the back there, and then I just have these two little, this is like a little journaling card and a little nummy flash card. And then these two don't have anything in them. There's so many spots to stick things in. I just haven't gotten them all filled yet. On this side, there is a bigger journaling card. I added a sticker. And then this was a die cut that I had in my stash. It looked a lot like the frames, the picture frames at the Haunted Mansion. So I stuck that in there. There is a doily that Michelle had dyed, a light lavender. There's a piece of sheet music there. Another little die cut that I made. Really cute. Let me know if you're interested in these actual die cuts that I made. I will put them on my website and just have them as a freebie. I think maybe you can find them. I haven't figured out how you access their gallery, like to share things. That, you know, that should be something I should give them feedback on, because they want feedback on their website. So I want to figure out how I can share the things that I made from their website. If that's, you know, it's probably what they, you know, want to try and find people. Anyway, we'll keep going here. Here is that same napkin that and she added it to some paper. So that's what that looks like. And then this was a little vintage lollipop card that I had in my stash. Some Monopoly money. Keep going here. Another really cool Halloween book page. And then here's another piece of that Halloween card. This is some paper that I made with watercolor. There are lots of fun trims that I sewed on the sides, the edges, just like I normally do with my journals. This is a little note paper and another journaling card, which just has the orange and gold. Here is an altered coin wrapper. I did a fall version of this, so I do have a little short. If you go over to my shorts on my channel, you'll be able to see a little, or actually I have a short version of this, and then I did a long version of my 5 fall embellishments, so that's on there. But so this was my version of the Halloween one anyway. Over here is just another little journaling card. Nothing here, but that's a belly band. There's so many spots to stick things in here. Really fun. This is a cool little book page. I stenciled, oh no, this was a napkin and Michelle made that page. So the napkin had the scallops at the top, so I cut the scallops out up there and folded the page in half. She put it on a dictionary page. There's another pocket, and then this is another pocket here. Here is another die cut that I made with the 3 ghosts. And then here is another one of those coin wrapper embellishments there. That one says haunt. The other one, what did the other one say? If I can find it. I don't remember what it said. It probably said boo, if I remember correctly. And here's another Halloween book page. And then this was the other part of the napkin page that she made. So I just made that a little flip. I sewed it there. And then here's the other side. This is some paper that she bought from Temu, I believe. They're like haunted mansion papers, and I just made that into a pocket. And then here's a belly band. Two little journaling cards. And then the last one is another card made with the purple paper and another die cut. So that is it. So this, having 4 signatures, I have lots of different tucks in here using the scrapbook paper. And I just did that because I loved all the scrapbook papers that she had, and I didn't want to just use 2 pieces of it, so I added the more signatures. Each signature has less in it, as opposed to the Nightmare Before Christmas ones that just have 2. Those signatures are a little bit bigger. This might have a few more pages, but that one, they're pretty comparable. So anyway, that is that one. And moving on, this is just the Nightmare Before Christmas one. The other one is a different story, but still Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's called I Am Jack Skellington. So look at this one first. So this one has a really fun little charm on the side. She had found 2 of these little zero, they were a figurine, and we just added a screw eye in the top to make it a charm. But then I also added in a little charm dangle. There's a little Jack Skellington head there, and then a bunch of, and a jack-o'-lantern charm with a bunch of beads. And then here's the tassel. Looks pretty similar to the other one. It has the Jack Skellington or Nightmare Before Christmas fabric, which is on the back. I have this polka dot on the spine, and then the back has this really fun Nightmare Before Christmas fabric on it. Okay, so opening this one up, as I said, it's 2 signatures. This ribbon is the purple with spiders on it and spider webs. This was the ribbon I used on my Wednesday journal. In here, in the first page, there is this card that I made. This is some like handmade paper that she had. And I added some fabric and some rickrack, and then this Jack Skellington sticker and some ribbon at the top. This here is just a little cupcake paper clip spider, so I stuck that there. Its front little feet kind of fit over the pocket so it stays, so that's really cool. And then there's a sticker there. Over here I have a vintage Yahtzee scorecard. I sewed some of the Nightmare Before Christmas fabric along the side into a ruffle. Over here is a candy bingo card. These are digitals that she purchased and we printed. Over here is the first page of the book, and I just covered up all of the writing down here and made it a pocket. And then this is a really cool Nightmare Before Christmas playing card. There's a couple of those in here. I made a little envelope with this paper that has the jack-o'-lanterns on it. So it opens up and there is a vintage Monopoly card, and it's a pocket behind it as well. So there is some Mad Money from the Mad game and a vintage, I think this is like a train ticket. So we'll just stick that in there. Michelle had a really cool Fiskars spiderweb punch, like an edge punch, so we did that on that paper. Added a little spider sticker. Oh, this is the napkin that she had found at her Dollar Tree. I haven't seen this at my Dollar Tree, but it's a really cool napkin. And she added it to a dictionary page. And I added in some fun tulle there. She also printed out a digital Nightmare Before Christmas paper because she couldn't find any paper. So that's what's in there. Well, there's a couple different papers in here that have different images. Here is one of the coin wrapper embellishments, and this one says pumpkin. This is some vintage Halloween ribbon. It's that kind of ribbon that they used to have that's like really stiff. I don't know if that was like the kind of ribbon they use like on flower arrangements. Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's stiff. I don't know why, but it is. And then I used my bat stencil and stenciled the paper. It's a cute little playing card. And then here it's another envelope, but I made it into a little pocket page. Added a Jack sticker. And then these are felt pieces that she had found. So the 01, there's also a Jack one in here too. Coloring book page. Really cool. And then she covered another envelope with this. It looks like wallpaper, like in a haunted mansion, and it has little jack-o'-lanterns on it. Really cool. And then she found a really neat sticker book that was from Nightmare Before Christmas, so that's what this was from. There's another Halloween book that I stuck in there. And then this is the other side of that envelope, so I just made it into a pocket and stuck some tickets in there. Put a sticker, Halloween Town. This was some really fun lace trim that she found. Another coloring book page. And then here's the other side of the envelope. So I covered it and added this digital bingo card. And a really cute sticker on the side. Here's all the other sides to these pages. I added this, I cut this out of one of the digital papers, just to, it was extra scrap, so I just cut it out for a decoration. Here's the end of this signature, so there's a pocket here. She found this really fun jack-o'-lantern trim that I sewed on the top there, and then added in this Halloween party invitation card, and this was a game that she found at the bins. It was a Nightmare Before Christmas. Actually found this the day that we started our journal, so it was pretty cool. I was with her. Here is a belly band and a little bingo card. Over here is the beginning of the next signature. So I have a journaling card here. It's just a generic pattern and a little note paper stuck in there. In this pocket, I made a tag with some scrap of the paper. Well, actually, she just printed on one side so we could make tags out of that paper. Stick that back in there. This was a piece of scrapbook paper, and I just made it into a little side pocket and stamped a spider on that paint chip card. I have a little piece of the scrapbook paper, digital, and then another plain card piece there. This was wrapping paper that she had found, so I made a little pocket page. There's nothing in this one. I think I stuck some in the other side. And then here is an envelope that I made into a pocket and just put a little journaling card in there. This was some paper that I made with my gel press, and I glued on the Jack Skellington head. It's the felt piece. This is from the coloring book. And then she had this really cute Halloween fall doily that she had found, so I included this in a couple of the books. And then here's another digital paper that she found. And I really love the paper she printed on. It just made the colors pop. It printed really nicely. I think she said she had, I think it was an Epson photo matte print paper. I don't know, I need to get the link from her and I can share that with you, but it printed so good. And she has a Canon tank printer, which is the kind that I have, so I'm definitely going to have to buy some of that paper. So here is a bag. She found these really cute bags at the Daiso store that are Nightmare Before Christmas, so I made that a little fold out. So that just folds out and it's a pocket. And then here's a little jack-o'-lantern card. Another piece from the digital paper. I just made it a little die cut. Here's a sticker. Added there. Oh, sorry. It's had to yawn. Stenciled some bats on that side and on that side. And then here's the other side of the envelope. So I stuck in, oh, this is upside down, a little journaling card. And this was another card pack that she found. Nightmare Before Christmas. Really fun. Here is the other side of the wrapping paper, and I just stuck in a kitchen check that I stamped with a spider. And then this is another paint chip card. And the third paint chip card, this is the longer one, and I just stamped some Halloween stamps there. On the back, I have another card, playing card, with Nightmare Before Christmas, and then purple black tickets, and another journaling card. This has a mansion on the back. And then over here, I altered a flashcard by adding, this was some paper from a Halloween book that I had, and then some scrapbook paper behind that, and the sticker, and I just sewed it around like that to make this a little tuck, and then this is another Nightmare Before Christmas playing card in there. I added some ribbon and twine. And then here is the other altered coin wrapper. This one says creepy. And then I put a really cute little zero sticker down there. And that is the end of that book. Moving on, we'll do the last one here. This one is the Nightmare Before Christmas, I Am Jack Skellington. So this has a different cover and of course a different story. But it is similar to signatures. There is a little bat charm, and this has a glass jack charm or bead on it. She only had 2 of these, so we each took one, and so I just made mine on here since the other one had the 0 charm. But there are all of these beads on it, and then here's the fun tassel. The back has the same fabric, Jack Skellington fabric. This is pretty similar, has the same amount of pages, a lot of the same items, so I'll just kind of go through it. Here's my big tag that I made, and the little cupcake pick. This one is the fun little digital bingo card. This has a different digital paper in it. I put in this little felt jack-o'-lantern sticker. It's really cute. Doily. She had these really fun doilies. We had found them at the bins the time before last that I went to see her. So we used some of that. It's like a crinkly paper. And then here is this one, coin wrapper that says pumpkin. On this side, I did a stencil of the spiders and then added this little Jack Skellington piece. And then here is, this paper is from the sticker book. There's another altered, or just stamped it, didn't do a lot of altering, but a paint chip card. And then on this side, I put that Jack Skellington head. And their pocket on this side. This was the coloring book page, so I don't remember the name of this character. I don't know all the characters in the movie. I did watch the movie, but I just don't remember them. I remember Jack and Zero. I don't remember the name of the girl, but I will see it here pretty soon by looking at the book. Here is another Halloween book page. This is just a piece of scrapbook paper. I made it a pocket on the back of this because the dictionary page was upside down, so that's why I did that. Covered it up. And then this was some of the paper that she printed for tags. There's an envelope, so I stuck that digital bingo card. I'll see if I can find the Etsy shop that has these. I know she did a K and Company, or KB and Friends, and then she said she used another Etsy shop for some of the other printables that she did, so try and find them out. Please remind me if I forget to put any links down below. You know, if there's ever anything that you see that you would want to link to, I will definitely try and find it for you. Because I'll say I'll do it in these videos and then I forget. So yeah, here's another playing card. Here's a note card and a big flash card there. And over here is another bingo. This is an actual bingo card, not a printable. And then another journaling card. In this book, I made this little tag pocket, like a double tag pocket, so I just put a couple of the cards in there, but you can definitely use like other tags in those spots. And then here is a Halloween invitation card and some tickets. Another little tuck and a paint chip card. Let's stick that in there. And then this is the felt piece of Zero. Here's my envelope that I made with another Monopoly card in there. That and a ticket, vintage ticket. So this has all different book pages in it, but some similar ephemera pieces. This has the kitchen guest check in there. Stick that. I stuck this tag in there. The other one didn't have this because I only had a little bit of that paper. There's that journaling card. The fun fall doily. And then here's another digital paper that she printed out. Fun. Almost done. Journaling card in there. And here's the other side. There's nothing in this side. The other side of the coloring book page. I don't remember that character either. Boogie Boogie. In this pocket are some tickets. I'll turn them around. I was going to look and see. I wish I could remember the name of the girl. What was her name? Sorry, you're probably shouting it right now. Nope. I'll have to look in the other book. Sally, that's her name. Had to go all the way to the beginning of the book. I didn't say this, but all of these books have their original pages included in them. All of the pages. So just so you know that. I always include all of the little golden book pages. Now, some other books that I've made, if they're like chapter books, then they won't have all the book pages. They'll just have probably just the picture pages. That in there. And the last part, I stuck in 2 more of these playing cards because these are really cool. It's the ace, and then that's the jack. Or the king, but it has Jack Skellington on it. And then here is the altered flashcard pocket that I made for this one. Really fun. And then there's another playing card in there. And that is it. So yeah, definitely check these out. Go look and see if they're still in my Etsy shop. Hopefully you get some inspiration from these books. You don't always have to use a vintage little golden book. I use all ages because I just love little golden books. And obviously they didn't have this movie, you know, it wasn't super old. I mean, the movie is oldish. It's probably a vintage movie by now, by our standards of 20 years ago, but I can't remember when it actually came out. So yeah, there they are. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and subscribe. Let me know which one of these is your favorite. I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.